Up on Action News, I'm here at the Runner's Soul in Kennewick, and I think I found my perfect shoe. Look how pretty that is. All right, well, I got fitted for the shoe, and you can too. There's more to come on Action News. Out in Kennewick, where they specialize in all things running and walking here, and I have the owner. His name is Scott, so he's going to tell us a little bit more about what they have to offer here.
Well, what we do here at Runner's Soul is we take a look at each individual and try to figure out what their needs are. And then we try to match them up with the appropriate shoe so that everything will work more efficiently and put less strain on the body.
Okay, so if I were very new to running and wanted to find a shoe that really fits me, you guys would walk me through the process. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
We certainly can. What we do is we have a tendency to take a look at your feet. We'll watch you walk barefoot and have you do a few things for us so that we can determine whether your foot needs a little stability or needs some motion control support. And those types of things can help make walking and running more enjoyable.
Okay, so I see you guys have a whole wall of shoes, a lot of different brands. Is there a way to say which brand is just better off for someone, or you can't really decide that quite yet?
A very common question when people come to the store, but it's not about brand, it's about structure and style. Some shoes are built in neutral, or some are stability, and some are motion control. And it's the structure of the shoe that supports you.
Right, so there's a lot of science to finding the right type of shoe for the right foot. So, awesome. So up next we will actually try on a pair myself, and I will see which kind was actually best for my foot, and you can help me out doing that. So make sure you guys check out Runner's Soul here in Kennewick. They have a lot to offer in terms of the right running shoe for you if you want to get into this type of hobby. All right, I'll toss it back to you in the studio. Good morning, everyone. We are at Runner's Soul here in Kennewick, and right now I'm not wearing any shoes because I'm going to get tested to find the right fit for my feet. So I'm here with owner Scott, and he's going to tell me what to do.
All right, Kelly. Well, what we're going to have you do first is walk away from me. Okay. And as you're walking away, we're going to be watching Kelly's feet. And that motion and movement that occurs as she's walking, going from heel to toe, kind of shows us whether her foot has some flexibility or inflexibility. Now Kelly's stopping, and she's going to be lifting one foot off the ground and holding it for a few seconds. And she'll be switching to another foot and lifting the other foot. And so what we notice here is in Kelly's foot that her foot is fairly rigid, and we're going to try to show her some neutral shoes that will allow her foot to flow easily and smoothly, and therefore should be more beneficial for your gait cycle.
Okay. So what did you notice, and what type of shoe styles would you recommend for my feet now?
So there are three categories. There's neutral, stability, and motion control, and your foot type would best fit into what we would call a neutral category. And neutral category shoes are shoes that will flex and bend easily and flow smoothly with your foot.
Okay, so these are two different brands here, I noticed too. So the difference of brands, does that actually influence the runner's foot while they're running, or, you know?
In our store, it's not. Okay. We try to get you not to think about brand or color. We try to get you to focus on fit and performance. We will bring out shoes that are like in design and style, and let your foot be the determining factor of what holds your heel and matches your arch properly.
Great. So these two shoes look like they would fit me pretty well, so I'll try them on next. All right. Toss it back to you in the studio. Good morning, everyone. We are at the Runner's Soul here in Kennewick, and right now I'm getting fitted for the right running shoe. So before we chose which category worked for me, which was the neutral category, and right now we're at the stage where we're now picking out different brands to see which is the best fit for me. So I'm going to give it over to Scott here, who's picked these out, and he's going to tell me a little bit more about what they're looking for right now.
Okay, Kelly, so I'm going to have you stand up, and when you're standing up, I need you to bend the knees just slightly forward. Okay. So what we want to make sure is that when we are looking for fit, we want the shoe to fit secure around the heel, and as you're standing, you're feeling the support of the arch to make sure that it lines up with your foot properly. Then as you're starting to walk, we want to make sure that the toes have room to expand and spread. And here at our store, we want to make sure that we have good toe distance. Some of the failures that people make is that they get their shoes just a little too short, and it doesn't allow their foot to expand and spread. Being that both of these shoes are neutral category, at this point, when you're walking and running, you're determining whether one shoe feels just a little bit narrower or a little wider, and it's about fit. So go ahead and run on that. So as she runs at our store, we're trying to watch how her foot reacts with the shoe as it hits the ground. How did those feel to you?
They were good. I really like the purple ones. They're Brooks, and I've had these shoes before, so they did fit really well, and they're in that right category. So maybe I will go with these guys.
That happens a lot in our store. People will have a certain brand that works well, and they'll stay with it.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I'll take the Brooks today. Thanks for having me down here. Grab these guys. Toss it back to you in the studio. Good morning, everyone. We are at the Runner's Soul here in Kennewick, where they offer everything to do with running, and you know, they offer a lot more than just finding your perfect running shoe. So I'm here with the owner, Scott, and he's going to tell me a little bit more about what they have to offer.
Well, we're standing in the corner of our nutrition and supplement area, and a lot of people need a little extra during those hot days to replenish those salts and potassiums that we're losing while we're working out. We have products like what you have in your hand, goo.
I see these all the time, and I always wonder what they actually do.
Well, what they do is they give you a little extra energy. They put back a little sodium and potassium. Some people don't like the texture of it, so what they do have is they also put it in a form of a gummy bear called Chomps, and a little bit more palatable for people.
I like the texture. It's like a gummy bear, basically.
Yeah. And then we also carry in our store insoles. A lot of times shoes aren't really totally dead, but we need to revitalize cushion or arch support. So we have a lot of different varieties, and we do the same thing as we do with shoes with insoles. After those long runs, it's real important to use sticks, foam rollers to roll out that inflammation.
Right.
And then going down into this section, we have calf sleeves, knee supports, ankle braces, things of that nature. And then last but not least, we have a lot of clothing here. And a lot of the fabrics are technical pieces to help wick moisture away, make it more comfortable while you're out walking and running.
All right, so everything to do with running, they've got it here: clothing, nutrition, support systems, and of course the shoes. So make sure you check out the Runner's Soul here in Kennewick. Toss it back to you in the studio.